Omicron, it feels like it's the only thing the world is talking about. And yesterday, President Joe Biden said the new COVID variant is cause for concern, but not panic. But let's be honest, we're panicking a little bit. So that's why we have Dr. Kohli back in studio again today to break it all down for us. Welcome back, Doc.
Yay. Thank you. I think we need a song about Omicron, don't you?
I think, something like,
Erica's
written one.
I'm just going to be real honest about it. Black Twitter is calling it the Omicron variant.
It was a member of a boys band, B2K.
Yeah, that's a throwback. That's another segment. Well, now we have Dr. Kohli here. Let's use her. Dr. Kohli, are we overreacting, point blank, to this new variant?
No, absolutely not. I mean, this variant has over 30 mutations just in the spike protein, which is what it uses to get into cells. It's got another 20 in the rest of it. We don't know how it's going to behave. And to be honest, this time we're trying to be proactive and not reactive, because for the last few variants, including Delta, it's not here yet, let's wait for it to get here, then we'll shut down the travel. So it was a very reactive approach. And I'm really feeling like, remember in the beginning, guys, the medical providers were wearing capes and they were superheroes? We're not that anymore. We've become the bad guy. No matter what we do, we're losing. Because guess what? If we hadn't talked about this variant, people would say, you're not being transparent, you're keeping it on the DL, and the politicians are trying to use this information in a very controlled fashion. So you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't.
You're our superhero, because you keep it honest, and you do say things like that. So we appreciate that.
Well, thank you. I need a DBL cape.
Well, yes, let's keep that honesty going, because I wanted to know about how the vaccine is doing. The CEO of Moderna came out and said that he's worried that this might not be as effective against this variant. Should somebody that has Moderna, like myself, go out and get Pfizer, or how is this vaccine going to hold up against this new variant?
Well, we think whatever the vaccine's effects are going to be what we call a class effect, meaning all the vaccines, because all of them were designed against the spike of the original, are going to essentially behave the same. So I don't think there's much of a difference between Moderna and Pfizer. And the nice thing here, Al, what's your favorite superhero?
It's Batman.
He's mine too.
I love Batman.
Yeah, he's so smart too.
Well dressed, tall, dark, and handsome like myself.
That's right. So Batman is trained to fight the Joker and the Penguin and Two-Face and all those guys, right? But guess what? If another bad guy came in front of him, who's your least favorite superhero?
Penguin. Did you already say him?
The Penguin is part of Batman, though. But let's say Superman's nemesis. Who's that? Guys, help me out here.
Zod. Lex Luthor.
Okay, Lex Luthor.
We'll use him.
He comes in front of Batman. I'm pretty sure Batman could still take him down.
Right.
That's how our immune system works. It's trained to fight the original Wuhan variant, but it has all these other cells that can still really rev things up. And if the Wuhan variant mutates enough, even though that vaccine is not as effective, it'll still keep it from replicating a lot and potentially keep you out of the hospital. So I think even if the efficacy is reduced, I'm pretty optimistic that these vaccines are still going to work quite well. And if they don't, it's really easy to upgrade them and turn them into Omicron-specific vaccines.
Oh, that's good news.
Well, a lot of us, especially around Thanksgiving dinner, we're talking about who's boosted, who's not. People are trying to get boosted. How should we feel about this in terms of, should we wait and to see what happens with this new variant, or should we still just go on business as usual and get boosted?
Definitely get boosted, because our biggest threat right now is Delta, which is dominant everywhere, and we know that boosting helps. We also think that boosting scientifically should help against this new variant. Now, when and if those Omicron becomes dominant, then we will have to upgrade the vaccines. That's still several months away before we'll have that. So betting on what's here today, rather than waiting for what may or may not come tomorrow, I think is the best way to do it.
All right, that was reassuring.
Yeah, and thank you for using the superhero figures, because that's how my brain works a little bit, right? You have to use the dolls.
Ready for all the bad guys.
Ready.
Not the dolls like that, but all right. Thank you, Doc. If you have a question you want answered by Dr. Kohli, write us on social media. You can also email info@dailyblastlive.com.